Good evening, viewers. Welcome to this session. Today, we're going to discuss how the effects of Durandar and Akshay Khanna's performance on Bollywood, and certainly certain anchors as well. So, welcome to all of you, and please do post your comments so that we can make this like a discussion. If you would like to join in and put your comments as well, welcome to each one of you. Now, as you all know, Durandar is still going houseful even after so many days. Have you ever seen this kind of trending for any other movie of late? Certainly not. So it's really not only a surprise, but also the fact that people can recognize good movies with good scripts, and also movies that are, actually real, reflect a reflection of reality. So it's credit goes to Dhar, the director of the movie, who has taken a lot of pains to ensure that the movie is, realistic and hits hard. So here we do not have any Pakistan, pacifying Pakistan or making them feel good or saying that Pakistan, is are good neighbors, as Shah Rukh Khan has often said that Pakistan are good neighbors. In which sense are they good neighbors is something that all of us, should question, because other than sending terrorism, counterfeit notes, and money laundering and trafficking and drugs, we have never seen a better side to Pakistan at all. Welcome, Gloria. Always nice to see you. And welcome to all of you, friends. So let's make this a discussion. Do put in your points and let us have a wholehearted discussion about this movie. Now, I wanted to see this movie, but the very fact that it's been rather daunting. 3.5 hours of watching it. I thought that it would seem rather long, and I may get bored. But then, I as we started watching it, things suddenly started moving so fast that we really didn't feel, the time moving, so fast. So what we see is that it has been edited in a very tight manner, and see, it's really taken brilliantly, is what I would say. So now let's just talk about what the movie is all about. Dhurandhar attempts to navigate the treacherous landscape of Karachi's Liari gang wars using a backdrop of historical trauma ranging from the Kandahar hijacking to the 26/11 Mumbai attacks and even the Parliament attack to frame its espionage narrative. While the premise follows a standard Bollywood template, uh, you know, with people like Madhavan and Ranveer Singh in the movie, we think that it is, similar to many other Bollywood movies, and we almost think that, see, okay, it's just going to be another, Bollywood movie. But the moment Akshay Khanna enters as Rahman Dakait, then the movie does a complete U-turn and a surge of energy rushes in. Here is a man who convinces you that he really exists, and he has this mean side to him, as well as a very sensitive side to his character. And if you think, what difference does he make? I mean, you really have to see the movie to see. The moment this man comes into the screen, he changes the complete narrative. you know. So welcome to you, Vinia. Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you for reminding me about that. Gloria, Happy New Year to all of you. So it is quite a, it comes as a really a breath of fresh air the moment he walks into the scene. So it's really, what I would say is that this man torpedoes the whole movie by telling everybody that I exist and I've been here, but not many of you have really noticed me. Now, the production undergoes a visceral transformation with his arrival as Rahman Dakai, and his performance provides the much needed U turn for the film's energy, injecting a layer of complexity that the script otherwise lacks. Khanna manages to humanize a monster, portraying a man with both a chilling mean streak and a flicker of conscience. Of course, we have other well-known actors as well, Sanjay Dutt and Arjun Rampal, but both of them, unfortunately, they appear merely as shadows of their former roles because of their repetitive performances that fail to, evoke the kind of emotion that Akshay Khanna evokes within us. And of course, there's the young actress Sara Arjun, who is a total contrast. She comes out brilliantly in the performance where she plays Ranveer's love, and she comes out brilliantly with the, a surprising kind of maturity that today's Bollywood actresses lack. And then when I, sort of Googled her, I realized that she is a child actress who has played very beautiful roles in different movies and has already proved herself. Now, this movie has, as you know, received lot of flack from many of the Bollywood people who have literally become, you can say, jealous of Khanna's role and the way Akshay Khanna has portrayed himself. And it's very clear that, see, even when the dance scene, comes where he enters in, in a car, and he literally asked the choreographer and the director, "Can I, sort of dance and come?" So they said, "Yes, you can do that," and that's how he adds his own flavor to that role, and that is the song and dance that has captured everybody's heart. So, somewhere in the movie, we also sort of see shades of, Corleone. We talk about the Godfather. He's so brilliant. I mean, he can be compared to even famous Hollywood characters, such as, in Godfather. Welcome, Nita, and welcome, KK. Akshay Khanna should sue Dhruv Rathi for using his bad AI image in his video. Absolutely. No, this is all jealousy speaking. That's all. And yes, Happy New Year to you as well. Now, talking about the kind of bad, the kind of attack that Akshay Khanna has been facing, it's very similar to what Sushant Singh Rajput has faced, and what how he suffered for this very for his need to act well, his intelligence, and his silence. He paid for that bitterly because Bollywood took their revenge on him. Now, yes, I'll be also going to that, Neeta. So, meanwhile, as you see, Dhurandhar has managed to become the highest grossing Bollywood film ever, surpassing the likes of Jawan. Of course, Jawan, we know, was a totally inflated character, numbers in the theaters, Chava, and among others. Now, all eyes are on the fact as to when does the movie hit the 700 crore mark, and will it be able to break Pushpa, the rules record at the box office. Meanwhile, fans have their own theories and truly believe that the movie might be because of Durandar and how well it's doing, and not just for Salman, while Khan fans believe that the clash is best averted and will be good for Alpha. So now you understand that Salman Khan and people like him are sort of postponing their movies, because of the fear that now Durandar 2 is going to come. So you see, the whole of Bollywood has been shaken by this very movie, which has shown Pakistan in its true color. Now, according to now, you see in this, if you see this in Manish Gupta actually slams Akshay Khanna for his unprofessional behavior during Section 375, accusing Kumar Pathak for removing him as the film's director as per Durandhar's actor demand, actor's demand. So now you see there are going to be several attacks on Akshay Khanna. If you remember, Akshay Khanna is the son of Vinod Khanna, who was a brilliant actor during his time. And he did give a lot of complex to even the big wigs like Amitabh Bachchan. In fact, Amitabh Bachchan was literally scared of Vinod Khanna's persona. Now here you have his son Akshay Khanna, who right from the beginning, whichever roles he's done, including Dil Chahta Hai, where he acted so well. But people did not recognize him, or rather, they treated him as an outsider because he was the quiet kind of actor who really didn't, as you would say, mingle with the stars or party. See, he is a kind who didn't go for a dance at weddings like Shah Rukh Khan and all the other actors, and he'd never fooled around with women half his age. Nor did he, believe in hosting bad TV shows. He was an actor, and he remains a good actor. So that's something we all understand from the movie Durandar itself. Now, if you see, the attack on him is because many of these superstars are now understanding why their movies are failing, because they hardly can act, and they've also become almost senile in their, the movies that have been coming. So they've shown bloated figures to show that their movies have become super hits, whereas people know when a theater is full and when a theater is empty. So you can't fool the people all the time. So now, other areas where people have been trying to attack him. According to an NDTV report, producer Kumar Mangat Pathak announced Jaideep Ahlawat as the replacement of Akshay Khanna in the third installment of the Hindi movie Drishyam franchise. Apart from this announcement, the producer also stated that the production company is in the process of sending a legal notice to Akshay over this issue. In the same conversation, Kumar Pathak revealed the reason Akshay parted ways from the film. Apart from the remuneration issue, the producer shared that his fees were negotiated thrice. However, after that, the actor stopped responding to his calls. Pathak further stated that the differences between the film team and the actor over his hairstyle were also reasons behind his exit. Earlier, another media reported that the actor demanded 21 crores after his success in Chava and Durandar. A source also said that Akshay Khanna demanded to wear a wig, while the makers were not okay with it because the earlier part did not have him wearing a wig. So this is another uh, place where he's facing a lot of attack, which I really don't understand, because if an actor does not really want to act in a movie, obviously he can choose what he wants, and if he doesn't like to act in a movie for reasons, whether it is the amount that he gets or the scenes are not to his liking, it's totally up to him, isn't it? So why all this a sort of melodrama around it? It's to please these people. If you look at the superstars, they've all become agog with what is happening with Durandar. And KK says actors walk out of projects or get replaced many times. No producer goes on bad mouthing or goes to court like this, especially for supporting roles or of seasoned heroes. Uh, you're very right, KK, because see, a lot of the people were saying when this movie was being shot that he Akshay Khanna used to sit there silently and try to absorb what was happening, unlike other actors. And only when the scene was ready, he would go and act. So somewhere I believe that this actor's silence, and his what you call his being quiet, makes people nervous, because Bollywood is all used to Karan Johar's slip slap comedy, and the other kind of double-edged meanings to whatever they say. Now, one thing, as Neeta also said, is that there's something wrong with also now Arnab about and Arnab's remarks during a live AMA, which is Ask Me Anything, with viewers on Republic TV last night. The channel's editor-in-chief, Arnab Goswami, addressed a question that has been weighing on their minds. Why has he recently taken positions opposing the government on various issues? Now, replying to this, he said, I don't think I've been against the current government at all for the last 1 month. I'm for the people. I'm sure that the government will listen to the people. He remarked that raising questions about the Delhi High Court's verdict on the Kuldeep Sengar case, of the Aravali Hills based on the recommendations of a committee led by the center, or the recent Indigo flight cancellation, isn't anti-government but pro-people. Now, moving on to this movie, he said, now he said that the movie. Now, it's very interesting to note what he said. He's described the film Durandar as a work of fiction, not a function, as stated in the user query. Now, during the debate, Goswami strongly criticized this movie, arguing that the industry should focus on real life issues and crimes rather than fictional entertainment. He specifically challenged filmmakers to show courage and produce a movie based on the real life Unnao rape case. Now, it's very strange that Arnab makes such a comment because everybody knows that all the events that have been shown in Durandar are actual facts, and these have actually happened. In fact, there is a person who died, who went as a spy into Pakistan and played the role of Ranveer, and also there are shades of Ajit Doval in Ranveer's character. So it's not that these are all just fictional, accounts. But there's something. There's been a change in what Arnab has also been saying, and now I don't know whether he's shifting sides. So that could be also one of the reasons. Vidya, happy New Year. Wish you as well, and missed you all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So now let's move on to the next piece of news. Still continuing on the the Indigo crisis in the News Minute recent Power Trip newsletter, Shabir Ahmed and Pooja Prasanna highlighted how this was less a political awakening and a more calculated business pivot. The trigger for the recent pivot, insiders say, was the Indigo crisis. As we reported earlier, the decision to go all out on an issue was driven by simple assessment. Public anger was high, and no one on television was owning the story. Now, Republic did. He slammed the TDP, and the gamble paid off. TRP numbers jumped sharply that week, offering proof that confrontational journalism, even when directed at the ruling establishment, still sells, is what they said. So now Arnab is also facing some flack. What followed was a familiar playbook on a range of issues. On the Arawali's coverage, insiders told Ahmed and Prasanna that it was just not about ratings but carried a distinct corporate subtext. Not long ago, Arnab had been one of the Adani Group's fiercest public defenders, especially during the fallout from the Hindenburg report. Today, that equation has changed. With Adani's acquisition of NDTV, the group has emerged as a direct competitor to Republic. Now, NDTV, now flush with resources, has been aggressively poaching talent from rival newsrooms, including Republic, and offering advertising packages that undercut the market. One senior executive from the Republic Network had even told them how the Adani NDTV machine was hurting them commercially, and that when Arnab appears to be attacking the government over the Aravalis, he's actually going after the Adanis. Now, here also, I'd like to say that in the recent NDTV, awards, strangely, Shah Rukh Khan's son, Aryan Khan, got the award for Best Director, and Janvi Kapoor also got the award for Best Actress. So it's very, I mean, it's very, what do you say, obvious that NDTV, you know, I don't know whether it's a paid award or not, but there seems to be vested interest in this because everybody knows that Aryan Khan's movie, the series on Netflix, was just a big, huge flop where he was dragged to court by Samir Wankade for portraying him as an officer, in the same look, someone looking exactly like Samir Wankade, and belittling the NCP bureau chief. So he's been dragged for that, and everybody knows that the whole movie is a huge, just a huge sham. With the only language that's being used are four-lettered words, especially F dash dash K. So if this is the language that Aryan Khan is promoting in his series, I wonder whether he got the award for that. And moreover, you look at the kind of action that Janvi Kapoor has been doing in her recent movies, especially the one where she plays, a Kerala girl. You know, it just, I think almost all the Keralites got angry because they were portraying all Keralites as black, as stupid, as angry people, and her own Malayalam in the movie was ridiculous. So I don't know how these Nepo kids are getting awards from NDTV. So I don't see anything good happening in NDTV. I think I would still stand with Arnab. See, Arnab did not get Putin's interview also, says Jaydev. Yes. And he also says Arnab may be facing financial strain also. Yes, this could be also one of the reasons that he is changing his stand. But ultimately, a journalist is measured by the fact that he remains true to himself and keeps his integrity intact. So which is something that some channels like ours has the privilege because we are not we don't have these power sponsors or patrons who try to change our what do you call our angles or even our sides. Now moving on to Karan Johar's Dharma production has had a very difficult time in 2025. While the production house's film Homebound has been shortlisted at the Oscars, box office success has eluded them this year. They released Kesari Chapter 2, Dhadak 2, Sunny Sanskari Ki Tulsi Kumari, and Tu Meri Main Tera movie theatrically. And none of these films managed to be a standout success at the box office. Karthik and Ananya in Tu Meri Main Tera Tu Meri is in deep trouble at the moment as the film has received mediocre reviews and everybody sees it as a huge flop and it has tanked at the box office. I mean, so in this movie also I noticed that Ananya doesn't dance much with this Karthik because Karthik is a good dancer and Ananya has two left feet. So it's obvious that she's been removed from the dance scenes. Now Karan Johar, amid this crisis, took to social media to remind people about grace. He shared a long note on Instagram where he wrote, "Grace, is this now an alien phenomenon? Have we, as a race, completely lost our ability to be good old-fashioned graceful? Have we lost the grace to reply to messages and emails? Or if we do reply, then can we not reply in monosyllables?" The filmmaker then asked, "Are we not able to celebrate other people's successes? And can we stop celebrating their failures? Can we praise wholeheartedly? Can we criticize without bias, anger, and rage? Can we stop making social media a dumping ground of our own failings, shortcomings, or inner darkness? Can we go back to just being kind at all times and not taking our own rotten mood out of the house?" Now, strange, isn't it? Because none of these people have so wholeheartedly praised Durandar. Very few people have done it, except a few directors. So, why doesn't this generosity that Karan Johar talks about exist and extend to other movies as well? You remember there was a clip that is going viral on YouTube, and that is where Karan Johar and Shah Rukh Khan they're standing with Sonakshi and Akshay Khanna, and they take turns to mock Akshay Khanna. So they say he's very strange and that he's seen very rarely, is what Karan Johar said. And Akshay Khanna said very clearly, "That's because you have not taken me, in your movies." Now, what Karan Johar response is that it's because we really don't know your reaction when we ask you things, and so he was trying to portray Akshay Khanna as a very sort of a sinister character, and this is exactly what Shah Rukh Khan also says. So they say that he's seen very rarely. Now let us be very clear in this, that Bollywood is very good at controlling who acts in what movies. There is this complete team of producers who do not like to take outsiders, especially those who are very talented. And this is what happened with Sushant Singh Rajput. And it also happened with several television actors like Siddharth Shukla, those people who are good looking and good at acting. So now this is happening to Akshay Khanna also because they just can't take the fact that this movie, the man was paid merely, I think, 1 crore or something, while, I don't know how many crores Ranveer would have got, So now if Akshay is asking for a bigger, price and, putting down his, rules when he acts in a movie, why are they getting so upset? you know so this is something that Bollywood has really learned, that They cannot succeed with the same old plots. You look at this movie where you have these two characters, Ananya and Karthik, and you see the same thing. They go to some island, in Europe, and they take the same group of dancers, and it's good for these dancers because they don't have to act very differently. They dance the same steps, they dance to the same rag. Even the song has the same rag. Can you imagine? Bollywood is so mundane. They can't even make the songs different. Each rag is similar to what Shah Rukh Khan's movie is, or some other movie that Karan Johar has done. They're not. They're scared even to experiment with songs. You see, in Durandar, they have brought out different kind of songs, and they made it a huge success. Now, why are they getting upset when a movie becomes such a success? Try to change your method, isn't it? And try to take new actors as well. Now, the actor, the director of Durandar, has really experimented and done quite extremely well in his selection of people. So, instead of being jealous, what these Bollywood, the main people who control the Bollywood cabal should learn is that how can they change themselves and start making movies that really matter. Indians are no fools. They do go through a lot of reviews, and it's more of a word of mouth that people go to movies, not because of reviews made done by all these Dhruvratis and all that. So it's high time that Bollywood made a change. So now let's just take a few comments. Poonam says Bollywood was teasing Akshay for baldness. How is it okay to do that? These people are not civil at all. If you look at Shah Rukh Khan, Poonam, he's got very thin hair. As you grow older, some people bald faster and some people, slower. But Shah Rukh Khan hardly has any hair. Whatever he does is he fluffs it up or puts a wig. So why are they even commenting on Akshay Khanna? I don't understand. And Aditya Dhar should pay Akshay more now, even though the deal was 2.5 crores. He deserves more. Absolutely. You should know that he is the one who has made the movie sell. And if you feel that the movie has done well because of it, it's time you also rewarded him for that, isn't it? And of course, Aditya Dhar also mentioned that he's giving some of the money to the Baloch people for the fact that they've been featured in the movie, and he felt that was a kind gesture. So I don't know whether he's done that as well. So coming back to the fact is that this movie has paved the way for a different kind of cinema. And all these green-eyed monsters, right from Karan Johar and all these Khans who have now become fossilized, have realized that it is not, putting the same sort of songs and dances where the actresses come in itsy bitsy bikinis and dance that is going to draw the crowds. It is only substance that matters, and it is reality that matters. So come out with good content, come out with good actors. It's high time we dropped all these Salman Khans and Shah Rukh Khans and these Amir Khans, all of them who've had Botox on their faces and all that. So it's high time we, got rid of them and started taking actors who really know how to act and made movies, which have substance and are not based on all these, nude, semi-pornographic, scenes that they show. So with this, we'll end this show. Thank you and good night. We'll see you tomorrow with a lot more news. Thank you. Jai Shri Ram. Okay, there's one more comment from Poonam, so let's take that as well. Movies like Animal got praises from everywhere. It should have been banned in our own country for spreading toxicity in mindsets of teenagers. However, they have problems praising Durandar. Yes, absolutely. And well said. In fact, though the theme of Animal was different from other movies, Ranveer's acting was absolutely mundane. It's the same kind of action he does in other movies, similar to Arjun Rampal and Sanjay Dutt. It's high time they change themselves. If they really want to act, let them take a few lessons from Akshay Khanna. With that, good night, Jai Hind, and Jai Shri Ram.